Hello once again, welcome to example 4 on the exponential equations that I started with you in the previous videos. In the previous videos, we started learning about exponential equations where I've done a detailed explanation on everything that you are supposed to know about the exponential equation, and also we've solved some examples on it as well. So this is the fourth video and this is the fourth example. So it means in the previous videos we've done example 1, 2 and 3 in 3 different videos, okay, which I will advise that you watch them as well, because those videos lays the foundation, particularly the first video and the second video. Okay, I've done a lot of explanation in those videos, so watch the previous videos so that you get the foundation to be able to handle this one as well. As I said, this is just a continuation for us to solve another example for you to get a better understanding of it. So do well to watch the previous videos so that handling this one will be easy and straightforward. Okay, so and please don't forget to like the videos and also share them as well after watching. Let's go ahead and solve the example 4 that I have on the board. Okay, so the example 4 says that if 3 to the power 2s minus 1 equals to 1 over 81, find s. Okay, so we have to solve for the value of s in this equation. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it together. So let me write my solution here and let's do it together. So I have 3 to the power 2s minus 1 equals to 1 over 81. Okay, so now from the previous videos we learned that for you to solve this kind of exponential equations, you have to make sure that the bases are the same, then you can equate the powers. Okay, so now this is the question. We have 3 to the power 2s minus 1 equals to 1 over 81. Now the first thing to do is to write this 1 over 81 in another form. Okay, so this 1 over 81, we can write it in another form, okay, so that we don't have fraction in it. Okay, because you cannot have fraction in it and you start doing it. Okay, this one you cannot say that you want to multiply through by the LCM. Okay, it will make the work much more complicated for you. Okay, so the best way is that this 1 over 81, we are going to write it in another form so that going ahead it will become simple for us to solve. Okay, so now let me explain it to you. So now when you have, and even this one I've explained it in the previous videos. Okay, in one of the videos I remember I explained this one to you, that when you have, let's say, 1 over 2, you can also write it as 2 to the power negative 1. Okay, when you have 1 over s, you can also write it as s to the power negative 1. Okay, if I have let's say 1 over 100, I can write it as 100 to the power negative 1. Okay, if I have, let's say, 1 over a, I can write it as a to the power negative 1. Okay, I've explained this one to you in some videos. Okay, so we are going to apply that knowledge here. Okay, so having the 1 over 81, I can write it as 81 to the power negative 1. So my 1 over 81, I can write it as 81 to the power negative 1. Okay, please hope you understand it. Okay, so that is what you are going to do, to write this 1 over 81 as 81 to the power negative 1, because I've explained that having 1 over a, it can be written as a to the power negative 1. Having 1 over 2, it can be written as 2 to the power negative 1. Having 1 over s, it can be written as s to the power negative 1. And having 1 over 100, it can be written as 100 to the power negative 1. So in that same way, having 1 over 81, it can be written as 81 to the power negative 1. Okay, so that's the first step to handle this question. Okay, so let me clean this one from here and let's go ahead and solve the question I have on the board. Okay, so I'll repeat my 3 to the power 2s minus 1, which is here, then equal to, then this 1 over 81, I can write it as 81 to the power negative 1. Please hope you agree with me up to this point? Okay, very simple. Okay, now from here we need to make sure that the bases are the same, then we can equate the powers. Okay, so this 81, I'll write it as 3 to the power something, because until they have the same base, we cannot equate the powers. Okay, so I have to make sure that this 81, I write it as 3 to the power something. In other words, I'll express the 81 as product of prime factors. Okay, so I'll write this 81 as 3 to the power something, so that it will have the same base as this 3. Then now we can equate the powers. Okay, please hope the explanation is clear enough. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. So now let me repeat what is here. I have my 3 to the power 2s minus 1 will be equal to this 81. I need to write it as 3 to the power something. So 3 to the power, what gives 81? Let's check and see. Let me do 3 times 3 times 3, and let's see. 3, 3, 9. 9, 3, 27. So we haven't gotten the 81 yet. Okay, so we need to still proceed till we get the 81. So times another 3. So 27 times 3 gives now 81. Okay, so it means 81 can be written as 3 to the power 4, because 3 multiplies itself 4 times to give the 81. Okay, so 81 can be written as 3 to the power 4. Okay, so in this 81 can write it as 3 to the power 4. Let me clean this, then let's replace the 81 by 3 to the power 4, because it needs to get the same base as this one. Okay, so I have 3 to the power 4, which is the 81. Now don't forget there is already power -1 here. Okay, now students make those mistakes a lot. Okay, now they will discard this -1 away, and that is wrong. Please, it is only the 81 that you've written as 3 to the power 4. Okay, so the 81 is written as 3 to the power 4. So it means this power -1, which is there, you need to bring it. Okay, how will you bring it? This power 4 needs to multiply the power -1, which is here. So it's going to be 4 into bracket -1. Okay, because the power 4 here needs to multiply the -1, which is here. Okay, very important. If you leave it out, it becomes wrong. Okay, so it is the 81 that we've written as 3 to the power 4, and that power 4 needs to multiply the -1, which is here. So 4 into bracket -1, because the bracket means multiplication. Okay, please hope the explanation is clear enough and you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so it is the 81 that we've written as 3 to the power 4. So now that power 4 needs to multiply the -1, the power -1, which is already here. Okay, so it's going to be 4 into bracket -1. Okay, very important to know. Okay, so now we can see that the bases are the same. So I have this 3 here, this 3 is also here. So now the law says that if now the bases are the same, now we can equate the powers. Okay, please hope you remember we are applying that law that we have been using in the previous videos. We say that if the bases are the same, we can equate the powers. Okay, so now you can see that the base here is the same as the base here. This is 3, here is also 3, so we can equate the powers. Okay, so let's go ahead and equate the powers. Okay, so here I have the power here is 2s minus 1, so my 2s minus 1 will be equal to the power here is 4 into bracket -1. Okay, so don't rush it, just repeat what you have there. Okay, so the power I have here is 2s minus 1. I've repeated it, equals 4 into bracket -1. Okay, now from here we just have to simplify further. Okay, let's solve the equation that we have there. Okay, let me continue from here. So I have 2s minus 1 equals to 4 into bracket -1. Okay, now this 4 will open its bracket, so let's go ahead. So 2s minus 1 equals to 4 times -1 gives -4. Please hope you agree with me up to this point. Now from here, this is a simple linear equation to solve for the value for s. Okay, so my 2s will stay here equals to my negative 4 is there, then this negative 1 will cross the equal sign to go and join it. It becomes positive. When anything crosses the equal sign, the sign it has changes. Okay, so it will be plus 1. Okay, because it's negative here. When it crosses the equal sign, it becomes positive. Okay, so now I have my 2s equals to now negative 4 plus 1, it gives negative 3. So my 2s equals to negative 3. Please hope you agree with me to this point. Now to get the value for s, we just have to divide through by the coefficient of the s, and that is the 2. Okay, so I'll divide here by 2 and divide here also by 2, so that this and this can cancel away. So now I'll have my s equals to negative 3 over 2, and this is my final answer for solving the exponential equation on the board. Please hope the explanation was clear enough and you understood it as well. So nothing difficult about it. First of all, when you have something like this, having the 1 over 81, write it as 81 to the power negative 1. Then you go through the same process as I've been teaching you. Okay, so then you get your final answer as we've done. Okay, so I hope you understood it, and I'll come your way again in another video whilst we solve another question on this type. Okay, so don't forget to like the video and also share the video as well. Bye bye.